In a rising market, with good commercial property becoming harder to come by on favourable terms, there is a temptation to complete a lease quickly without the benefit of legal advice to avoid losing the property or suffering an increase in the rent. All too often we are asked to advise on matters where tenants have entered into leases without fully understanding the wider reaching implications of doing so. And it's only when there is a sudden downturn in business or their circumstances change that they realise they are contractually bound and there is little that can be done to get them out of it. There are several things you should consider before entering into a lease. What name is the lease being taken in? If the lease is being taken in the name of a company, does the landlord require any additional security, such as a rent deposit deed or personal guarantees from the directors? Do the directors understand what this means and the extent of their personal liability? What are the repairing obligations in the lease? If the lease is being taken on a fully repairing and insuring basis, do you understand what the terms mean in practice, particularly if the property is in a bad state of repair? Is there the ability to break the lease before the end of the term? Are the terms of the break easy to comply with? Is there an ability to recover any overpayment of rent? Has the lease been excluded from the security of tenure provisions set out in the Landlord and Tenant Act, which allow a tenant to request the grant of a new lease at the end of the term? Is it important to the operation of your business that you have the ability to request a new lease from your landlord? An example might be a cafe near a train station that relies on commuter footfall. What are the registration obligations? Is there any stamp duty land tax to pay on completion? And are you able to pay it within the deadline imposed by HMRC to avoid a fine? Does the lease need to be registered at the land registry? And are any plans attached to the lease land registry compliant? By instructing a solicitor to review your lease for you at the outset, each of these points would be considered so that you know exactly what you are signing up for.